Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1966 Hermes 3000 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Switzerland and the top typewriter of all time, also known as the Bentley of typewriters. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. And this has a 3D printed platen installed, designed and printed by me, which I've been doing 3D printing for years. And I finally got the dimensions correct and the smoothness and the hardness pretty much damn near perfect. Over the past 4 days, I've been pretty much not sleeping trying to get this right for this one and the Olympia SM9. And stick around to see what that print looks like. Really nice quality. Up behind the carriage there is the paper support arm. And this is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got two adjustable rollers, a scale, and the margins in red. And to set these margins, they're the magic lighting margins, also known as the magic margins on the Royal. Basically, you put the cursor or the carriage where you want it, flip this switch underneath the carriage release. This is your carriage release, this is your lighting margin, and then it sends the margin to that spot, and you can see it with the red indicator there. And to set it closer to the edge, you just hold the lighting margin and push it to where you want it, let it go, and now the margin is on that left edge. Same concept with the right side. Right now it's pretty close to the edge, but if you wanted it to stay right there in the middle, then you just flip the switch underneath the carriage release like that. It sends it to that spot. And if you want it closer to the edge, you just hold the carriage release and the lighting margin at the same time and move it to where you want it, let it go. Now it's on the edge where I want it. Very good. And the sound is really nice with 3D printed platen. It sounds like a brand new platen. I've had many brand new platens installed on these because of the poor originals always cracking. And once they start cracking and they get really dry and the print just isn't high quality, and those cracks start to get bigger and bigger over time. So you really got to replace them when that happens. And it's just a really, it's a really long process getting these redone. There's only one company really that does them still to this day, and they're always busy. So I'm trying to streamline the process, especially when it comes to these really nice machines. And it's a high quality, really well designed platen. So it's not just something that I put together in an hour or two. It just sounds really good. I mean, you couldn't even tell if I didn't tell you that even the color, the print, the sound, everything. If I didn't tell you it was 3D printed, you'd think it was an original rubber. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side. Flip that up to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it on the yellow indicator, it prints right down the middle. And I'm going to show you the print in a second. Sorry, I don't know if you guys are wanting to see that, but I'm going to show you in a second after I show you these options here. So when you have it on the yellow, it prints right down the middle. So that only really matters if you have a solid black ribbon, so you get top, bottom, and middle. But if you print it with the black and red ribbon, it just looks like the alignment's off with the shift, the vibrator. When you have it on the blue indicator, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. When you have it all the way down on the white indicator, it prints no ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. We're going to move that up for red. Beautiful. The feel of this is like no other typewriter. It's got a euphoric feeling when you type it on it. That's why it's the best. Not only that, it's just every aspect of this is engineered to be top high quality. And if you look at that print, we have a brand new platen, 3D printed. Now the process to print these is not easy. It takes over 8 hours to print one. So I don't know if I'm going to open up many of these for sale individually. It's just a sleeve that fits over your original core. And it's just really hard to mass produce these, and the price point and all that. You have to take off the platen yourself, which you do anyway when you send it in to get it redone. But you do have to take the rubber off, which I don't know. You gotta, depending on how hard or soft the rubber is on it, it might not be that easy to do if you're not a mechanic, if you're not a typewriter mechanic. I do them all the time, so But anyway, that print is perfect. So I'm going to leave it on this machine, and you can't even tell that it's not a brand new platinum with rubber. All right. So this switch on the right side behind the right knob is the paper release that allows you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock, or straighten the page if you load it crooked. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. Going to flip this down for now and put the color on black. So in order to get this to even feed correctly, you got to have the perfect dimensions. It's not easy to do that. By the 1/10 of a millimeter, it has to be. And look how perfect this feeds. Perfect line. So a lot of time was put into making this platen, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to maybe put them on my machines. I do have an SM9 that's available on eBay, but they're just really hard to print and mass produce. So I might just put them on the machines that I sell, the ones that really need to be replaced. But stay tuned. We'll see what happens. If you guys really need a platen, if you guys are really interested, just let me know, and I'll see if I can get some made, maybe just for personal people that need them. And that's let's do everything else. Backspace on the left side, very good. Tab set next to that. So right now we have tab set on 10 space intervals. So I'm just going to hit that all clear button. So now we don't have any tab set. Tab set one right there. I always like to set one somewhere in the middle, so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. And sorry, I'm just kind of like all over the place. If you want to take a look at a close-up of the platen, I'm not sure if I can get a good camera angle, but really nice. It looks like a rubber platen. So, and I work on typewriters every day. I was just really surprised how good the quality print is, and that just comes with the hardness of the platen and um, the dimensions. So if it's a little too small or a little too the diameter's not right, the print's going to be off. If it's too thick, too big, then it's not going to feed. It's not going to feed the page. It's just going to get stuck. So it's got to be perfect. All right. So where was I? Margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that margin release button. It does allow you to type all the way to the end. Very good. All right. Shift on each side, a shift lock on the left. We're going to pull the top off from the back like that, and then hooks into the front. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling counterclockwise to the left. If you want to switch that direction, the side you want it to go to, you just flip this ribbon shifter or ribbon guide towards the middle on the side you want it to go to, and it will pull to that side. And that's meant to catch the eyelet at the end of the ribbon, which is a little metal piece. It'll catch that and automatically reverse. And pretty much every typewriter has that option as long as you have eyelets. If you don't have eyelets, you can tie a knot near the end of the ribbon, and that should do the same trick. We want it to come to this side. All right. That hooks into the front, pushes down on the back like that. There we go. This is your touch control. The higher you go up, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. You do have to hit the keys a bit harder for them to print, but they do respond faster. So you just want to play with that to gauge your preference. The touch on this is beautiful on low. Anything else on the keyboard? I think that's it. And we already did the carriage release. Super smooth carriage glide. One of the best of all time. Maybe close to the Adler, which is the best, I think. All right, so this is your carriage lock. You flip it down, move the carriage to the middle, because that releases the carriage as well, and it locks it in the middle. So when you have it in the case, it doesn't bang around, causing any kind of internal damage. Push it down and to the right to unlock it. This is the left carriage release, and we already did the lightning margin. And if you pull out the knob, it disables the spacing when you turn the platen knob, so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You push it in, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half space. And if you move the line space selector all the way back, it does the same thing. Move it to the 1, and you get the clicks. And also, these knobs are 3D printed. So I've been 3D printed for a long time. These knobs are both 3D printed, and the color is very hard to match. It's about as close as you can get to the original color. And the foot mounts are 3D printed. This is a rubber-like material. Not the same as the platen, but pretty close. It's a TPU, which is rubber-like, and it got that really good grip, so it doesn't move around when you're typing. All that's available in my shop, and this typewriter is now available as well. Check my shop, search Brooksaw Antiques on eBay or Etsy.